Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Darren and my amateur radio call sign is N4VFR. In this video I'm going to show you how to update your Anan G2 fan to a Noctua. This is the model number of the Noctua. It's NF-A12X25 120 millimeter premium fan, and make sure you buy the 5-volt version. Check out this very nice toolkit. Strabito. I bought this off of Amazon. These are all the tools in the kit, and for the Anan to open the case, it uses a T8. So I already have it here ready to go, and I will disassemble it. Here's a tip. I don't have all the screws installed, so we're just going to remove the top case. So there's a split seam here along the Anan. You notice that I'm missing a screw here. I have one at the tail end, and on the top there's no screw there. There's no screw in the top left corner. There's no screws on the back right corner, or actually that's the left corner. And then there's no screws here on the right, back right. And it's the same thing if I were to turn it around. Looking on the other side, I have a screw there and there's no screw here. So I'm just going to remove 1, 2, I think that's all I got. It's just 2 screws holding it together. It's been a while since I opened it up, so I think I only have 2 screws holding the top lid. Alright, so let me take out the screws. I get one of these trays here to hold my screws so that it doesn't get lost. Okay, that's one. Nothing on the top. That's 2. Oh, there's another screw here. Okay. That's 3. So there may be only 4 screws holding it together. Right here. Okay, yeah, that's it. I only had 4 screws. Yep. Alright. So you slowly lift it up, and there's a connector that's holding the fan, or the connector that's actually plugged onto the board. It's right here. I just pull it straight up, and now you can remove the lid. So here's where that connector was attached, right here. That little white connector here, that's where it's located, where you make your connection for the fan. And as if we're looking at the front of the Anan. So what did I do with the remaining screws that I didn't install? I think I got it inside here. See, I got some painter's tape, and I put a spare micro SD card in here when I did a firmware update, and that's where the screws are kept. I have them right there taped together. So Also in here is my backup micro SD card. In the event if the SD card gets corrupted, and that's located right here. This is not an unboxing, but I'm just going to open this up. Oh, look at that. Take a look. Get the fan in there. Noctua instructions. Don't need it. Alright. There she is in all its glory. The Noctua fan. These are the same size, 120 millimeters. I need to see how to remove the fan. And there it is. You got 4 screws in the back, and these should be the same T8s. I'm going to have to use my other hand because there's a nut on the back end. All I have is some snips or wire cutters and a wrench. I can't see, it's so dark here. Okay, it's coming out. Alright, so you have the nut, itty bitty thing, and you got your screw. Let's just set that aside. That's 2. They had these little white nuts. I'm not sure where that came from. Oh, I see. Those white nuts are like a spacer, and it went underneath the fan. So if you look under the fan, that's where they go. You put the nut and then you put the fan over the nut. Okay, you see how you have that nut? They use the nut as a spacer. Alright, so the power cable is going through this routing cable holder, I guess you want to call it. I'm just going to cut this off, and I also have a spare zip tie that I can put back here once I have the fan all assembled. So I'm not planning on using this fan anymore, and I'm just going to cut the wire right here. Just like this. I'm going to take on that wire that I cut, I'm going to expose those wires. So it only comes with two colors. You got a red and a black. So red is 5 volts and the black is your ground, the chassis ground. Now it's time to splice this wire to the Noctua. Remember, red is positive plus 5 volts and the black is the ground. And when you look at the Noctua, this particular model has 3 colors: black, red, and yellow. Yellow is used for sensing the RPM speed, so we will not be using the yellow, only the red to red and the black to black. This is what I'll do. I'll just cut the yellow, and we will crimp these or splice these together. Okay, to make it look all pretty, I'm going to put some heat shrink tubings through, so later on I can just, this might be kind of small, let me get a bigger size. So then I can cover it, make it all look nice and neat. I'm going to need to cut some of this sleeves out. The solder is on, warming up. I'm going to put the red with the red We'll do one at a time. And then we'll do the black with the black. Now I'm doing the black. Okay, that's what it looks like. Now, red to red, which is positive plus 5 volts, and the black to black. I'm going to get my heat gun and cover those just like that. Alright, so I got my heat gun here. I'll go to 3. I don't know, I just pick a temperature. I go to 4. Okay, so I got 2 options. Either try to use this one, the red one, if it covers it all, or, you know, it's kind of too short, but that's okay. Or use the blue one, which is a bigger diameter. I think the red one would work. All we're going to do is put the red to cover half of this, and then the blue for the other side. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It's good to me. So let's mount this on the case now. Here's the RPM difference in the Noctua fans. It's rated at 1900 RPMs, and under the OEM fan, it's the 4-dot coolings. It's 2000 RPM. But the fan blades on the Noctua is more efficient and it pushes more CFM. Don't ask me how much more CFM. I'm not going to get too technical, but I know it's going to be pushing a lot more positive pressure. So we want to suck air in. Remember, we need to look at the arrows. In this case, let me find the arrow. There it is. You see the arrow? I'm looking at the glare. See it right there? So arrow is up. We're sucking air in. And I'm going to orient the fan like this. This is how it was originally, going in this direction. I have the bolt and the spacer on 2 holes, and I'm going to do the remaining 2. Now for the fan, look for the orientation of the airflow. We want to push air inside, so the arrow is pointing upwards as you're looking at it. So it's going to force the air in. Okay. I need to gain access to the bottom. I'm doing like this, and then I'm going to push it underneath. Find that hole. There it is. To the top. Okay, that's one. Let me show you what I'm talking. How I'm doing this. I'm doing this over the table. I'm going to give you a bigger, expanded view. See how I'm over the end of the table? If I were to push it all the way through, the bolts come straight out. So I align it with my T8, with my socket head, find a hole, route it straight through it, and get the nut. My T8 came off. I got to realign it. There you go. And I'm just going to make it nice and snug. Okay, that's 2. That's 2 attached. And I'll repeat and rinse the same way. Alright, so there it is. That's how it is. It's installed. I'm not done yet. I'm just going to now tighten these down a little tighter. Now just reroute the tie wrap. Okay, now to reassemble, reverse order. We're looking at the front, and we're going to take this connector and plug it back in. All right, let me show you that. You see it right there? That white connector with the black cable in the middle of the frame. It has 4 pins, but it's actually using 2. Alright, line up the holes, and this tap goes inside, just like that. I only had 4 screws. I only did the sides, I didn't do none on the top. I also did this modification changing out my fans on the Anan 7000 DLE Mark III. If you have that, I'll link the video above so you can take a look at that. I updated the fan because the original fan was really loud and it made a whining sound. Alright, so that's it. It is now replaced, and I'm going to connect it and then turn it on and see if that fan works. Okay, I'm going to turn it on. I hear the fan. And I'm going to come over here to my monitor over there and bring up Thetis. Power on.
Said about the shutters and stuff is that I am about the damn water running into the living room, you know. So get a tarp on that, get that taken care of. It'll
All
be
right.
good to go.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely #1 priority. So.
All right, so it seems to be working. The fan is working. There's your audio check. All right, guys. Cool beans, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. And if you're new to my channel, please consider to subscribe to my channel. It motivates me to make more videos for you guys. So this is the Noctua 5-volt version fan. It's 120 millimeter. And also that little cool little toolkit that I have here. I'll post both of these product links in my description so you guys can take a look at it. And let me show you where my radio is located right here. I push my hands right outside of it, the fan. There is a lot of air getting pushed out to the side, and it's quiet. All right, guys, So 73s, and have a great day. See you on the next video.